Let fame that all hunt after in their lives live registered upon our brazen tombs, and grace us in the disgrace of death, when, in spite of cormorant devouring time, the endeavor of this present breath may buy that honor which shall bait his sight's keen edge and make us heirs of all eternity. Therefore, brave conquerors, for so you are, that war against your own affections and the huge army of the world's desires, let our late edict stand strongly in force. Navarre shall be the wonder of the world. Our court shall be a little academe, still and contemplative in living art. You three, Baroon, Dumaine, and Longueville, have sworn for 3 years' term to live with me, my fellow scholars, and keep those statutes recorded in this schedule here. Your oaths are passed. Now subscribe your names, that his own hand may strike his honor down that violates the smallest branch herein. If you are armed to do as sworn to do, subscribe to these deep oaths and keep it too.
I am resolved. 'Tis but a 3 years' fast. The mind shall banquet though the body pine. Fat paunches have lean pates, and dainty bits make rich the ribs, but bankrupt quite the wits. My loving lord, Dumaine, is mortified. The grosser manner of these world's base delights he throws upon the gross world's baser slaves. To love, to wealth, and to pomp, I shall pine and die. With all these, living in philosophy.
I can but say their protestation o'er. So much, dear liege, I have already sworn. That is to live and study here 3 years. But there are other strict observances, as not to see a woman in that term, which I hope well is not enrolled there, and 1 day in a week to touch no food, and but 1 meal on every day beside, the which I hope is not enrolled there, and then to sleep but 3 hours in the night, and not be seen to wink of all the day, which I hope well is not enrolled there. Oh, these are barren tasks, too hard to keep. Not to see ladies, study, fast, not sleep.
Your oath is passed to pass away from these.
Let me say no, my liege, and if you please, I only swore to study with your grace, and stay here in your court for 3 years' space.
You swore to that Baroon and to the rest.
By yea and nay, sir, then I swore in jest. What is the end of study? Let me know.
Why, that to know, which else we should not know.
Things hid and barred, you mean? From common sense?
Aye, that is study's godlike recompense.
Come on, then. I will swear to study so, to know the thing I am forbid to know. As thus, to study where I well may dine, when I to feast expressly am forbid. Or study where to meet some mistress fine. Whoop! When mistresses from common sense are hid. Or, having sworn too hard a keeping oath, study to break it, and not break my troth. If study's gain be thus, and this be so, swear me to this, and I will ne'er say no.
These be the stops that hinder study quite, and train our intellect to vain delight.
Why, all delights are vain, but that most vain which with pain purchased doth inherit pain. As painfully to pore upon a book, to seek the light of truth, while truth the while doth falsely blind the eyesight of his look. Study is like the heaven's glorious sun, that will not be deep searched with saucy looks. Small have continual plauders ever won, save base authority from others' books.
How well he's read to reason against reading.
He proceeded well to stop all good proceeding. He weeds the corn and still lets grow the wheating.
The spring is near when green geese are a-breeding.
How follows that?
Fit in his place and time.
In reason nothing.
Something then in rhyme.
Baroon is like an envious sneaping frost that bites the firstborn infants of the spring.
Well, say I am. Why should proud summer boast before the birds have any cause to sing? At Christmas I no more desire a rose than wish a snow in May's newfangled shows. But like of each thing that in season grows. So you, to study now, it is too late. Climb o'er the house to unlock the little gate.
Well, sit you out then. Go home, Baroon.
Adieu.
No, my good lord, I swore to stay with you. And though I have for barbarism spoke more than for that angel knowledge you can say, yet confident I'll keep what I have sworn, and bide the penance of each 3 years' day. Give me the paper, let me read the same, and to the strictest decrees I'll write my name.
How well this yielding rescues thee from shame.
Item, that no woman shall come within a mile of my court. Hath this been proclaimed?
4 days ago.
See the penalty. On pain of losing her tongue. Who devised this penalty?
Mary, that did I.
Sweet lord. And why?
To frighten them hence with that dread penalty.
A dangerous law against gentility. Item, if any man be seen to talk with a woman within the term of 3 years, he shall endure such public shame as the rest of the court can possibly devise. This article, my liege, yourself must break. For well you know here comes an embassy, the French king's daughter, with yourself to speak, a maid of grace and complete majesty, about surrender up of Aquitaine to her decrepit, sick, and bedrid father. Therefore this article is made in vain, or vainly comes the admired princess hither.
What say you, lords? well, this was quite forgot.
So study evermore is overshot. While it doth study to have what it would, it doth forget to do the thing it should. And when it hath the thing it hunteth most, 'tis one as towns with fire. So won, so lost.
We must, of force, dispense with this decree. She must lie here on mere necessity.
Oh, necessity will make us all forsworn 3,000 times within this 3 year space. For every man with his effects is born, not by might mastered, but by special grace. If I break faith, this word shall speak for me. I am forsworn on mere necessity. So, to the laws at large I write my name, and he that breaks them in the least degree stands in attainder of eternal shame. Suggestions are to others as to me, but I believe, although I seem so loath, I am the last that will last keep his oath. But, is there no quick recreation granted?
Aye, that there is. Our court, you know, is haunted with a refined traveler of Spain, a man in all the world's new fashions planted that hath a mint of phrases in his brain, one who the music of his own vain tongue doth ravish like enchanting harmony, a man of compliments whom right and wrong have chosen as umpire of their mutiny. This child of fancy that Armado hight, for shall interim to our studies relate in high-born words the worth of many a knight from tawny Spain, lost in their world's debate. How you delight, my lords, I know not. But I do protest I love to hear him lie. And I will use him for my minstrels.
Armado is a most illustrious wight, a man of fire new words, fashion's own knight.
Cost of the swain, and he shall be our sport. And so to study 3 years is but short.
Which is the Duke's own person?
This, fellow, what wouldst?
I myself reprehend his own person, for I am his grace's Barbaro. But I would see his own person in flesh and blood.
This is he.
Signor, There's villainy abroad. This letter will tell you more.
Sir, the contempts thereof are as touching me.
Oh, a letter from the magnificent Armado.
Oh, howsoever the matter, I hope in God for high words.
The matter is to me, sir, as concerning Jacquinetta. The matter of it is, I was taken
with the manner.
In what manner?
In manner and form following, sir. All those three. I was seen with her in the manor house, following her, sitting with her upon the form, and following her into the park, which, put together, is in manner and form following. Now, sir, for the manner, it is the manner of a man to speak to a woman. And for the form, in some form. For the following, sir, as it shall follow my correction, and God defend the right!
Will you hear this letter with attention?
As we would hear an oracle. Such is the simplicity of man to hearken after the flesh.
Great deputy, the Wilkins vice-regent and sole dominator of Navarre. Whoa! My soul's earth's god and body's fostering patron.
Not a word of custard yet.
So it is.
It may be so, but if he say it is so, he is in telling true, but so.
Peace!
Be to me in every man that dares not fight.
No words!
For the men's secrets, I beseech you.
So it is besieged with sable-colored melancholy. I did commend the black oppressing humor to thy most health-giving air, and, as I am a gentleman, betook myself to walk. The time, when? About the 6th hour, when beasts most graze, birds best peck, and men sit down to that nourishment which is called supper. So much for the time when. Now for the ground, which I mean I walked upon. It is yclept thy park. Oh. Then for the place where I mean I did encounter that obscene and preposterous event that draweth my snow-white pen, the ebon-colored ink. Now for the place where it standeth northeast, by the west corner of thy curious knotted garden, there did I behold the low-spirited swain, that base minnow of thy mirth.
Me?
That small, unlettered, unknowing soul.
Me?
That shallow vassal,
Still me?
which, as I remember, hight costard.
Ah, me.
Sorted and consorted, contrary to thy established and proclaimed edict and continent canon. I, as my ever-esteemed duty pricks me on, which I passion to say, wherewith, with,
With the wench?
with a child of our grandmother Eve! Oh. A woman, or for thy more sweet understanding, a female. Him I have brought to thee to receive the meed of punishment by thy sweet grace's officer, Anthony Dull, a man of good repute, carriage, and estimation.
Me? And it shall please you, I am Anthony Dull!
As for Jacquinetta, so is the weaker vessel called, which I apprehended with the swain, I will keep her as a show of thy law's fury, and will at thy sweet notice bring hell to trial. Thine, in hearth-burning heat of duty, Don Adriano di Armado.
This is not so well as I looked for, but the best that ever I heard.
Aye, the best for the worst. But, sirrah, what say you to this?
Sir, I confess the wench.
Oh, did you hear the proclamation?
I do confess much of the hearing of it, but little of the marking of it.
It was proclaimed a year's imprisonment to be taken with a wench.
I was taken with none, sir. I was taken with a damsel.
It is proclaimed damsel, too.
This was no damsel neither, sir. I was taken with she was a virgin.
Oh, well, it is so varied, for it is proclaimed virgin.
If it were, I deny her virginity. I was taken with a maid.
This maid will not serve your turn, sir.
This maid will serve my turn, sir.
Sir, I will pronounce your sentence. You will fast for a week with bran and water.
I'd rather pray a month. Mutton and porridge.
And Don Armado shall be your keeper. My good Lord Baroon, see him deliver over. And go we, lords, to put into practice that which to each other we have so strongly sworn.
I'll lay my head to any goodman's hat. These oaths and laws will prove an idle scorn. Sirrah, come on.
I suffer for the truth, sir. For true it is, I was taken with Jacquinetta, and Jacquinetta is a true girl. And therefore welcome the sour cup of prosperity. Affliction may one day smile again. Until then, sit thee down, sorrow.
Boy, what sign is it when a man of grey spirit grows melancholy?
A great sign, sir, that he will look sad.
Why, sadness is one and the self-same thing, dearie.
No, oh Lord, sir, no.
How canst thou parse sadness and melancholy, my tender juvenile?
By a familiar demonstration of the working, my tough senor.
Why tough, senor? Why tough, senor?
Why tender juvenile? Why tender juvenile?
I spoke it, my tender juvenile, as a congruent repetition of thy younger days, which we may nominate tender.
And I, tough senor, as an appurtenant title to your old time, which we may name tough.
Pretty and apt.
How mean you, sir? I pretty and my saying apt, or I apt and my saying pretty?
Thou pretty, because little.
Little pretty because little, wherefore apt?
And therefore apt, because quick.
Speak you this in my praise, master?
In thy condign phrase.
I will praise an eel with the same praise.
What, that an eel is ingenious?
No, that an eel is quick.
I says thou art quick indeed. Thou heatest my blood.
I am answered, sir.
I have promised to study 3 years with the Duke.
You may do it in an hour, sir.
Impossible.
How many is one thrice told?
I am merely reckoning. If it is the spirit of a tapster.
You are a gentleman and a gamester, sir.
I confess to both. They are both the varnish of a complete man.
Then I am sure you know how much the gross sum of deuce ace amounts to.
She does amount to 1 more than 2.
Which the base vulgar do call 3.
True!
Why is this such a piece of study, sir? Now here is 3 studied ere you'll thrice wink. How easy it is to put the word jeers to the word 3 and study 3 jeers in 2 words.
A most fine figure.
To prove you a cipher.
I will hereupon confess that I am in love. And, as it is base for a soldier to love, so am I in love with a base wench. If drawing my sword against the humor of fashion would deliver me from a reprobate thought of it, I would take Desire prisoner and ransom him to any French courtier for a new device courtesy. I think scorn to sigh. Methinks I should elsewhere Cupid. Comfort me, boy. What other great men have been in love?
Hercules, master.
Most sweet Hercules. More authority, dear imp, and make sure they are men of good repute and carriage.
Samson, master. He was a man of good carriage, great carriage, for he carried the town gates on his back like a porter, and he was in love.
Well knit Samson, strong yointed Samson. I do excel thee in my rapier as much as thou didst excel me in carrying gates. I am in love too. How was Samson's love? Steer on my moat.
A woman, master.
Of what complexion?
Of the seawater grain, sir.
Is that one of the four complexions?
As I have read, sir, and the best of them, too.
My love is of the most immaculate white and red. Is there no ballad, boy, of the king and the beggar?
The world was very guilty of such a ballad some 3 ages since, but now I think it is not to be found.
I will have the subject newly written that I might sample my digression from some mighty precedent. I do love the country girl that we took in the park with that rational hind custard. She deserves well.
To be whipped, and yet a better love than my master.
Sing to me, dear boy. My spirit grows healthy in love.
That's a great marvel, loving a light wench.
I say sing!
Forbear, master, till this company be passed here.
Sir, the Duke's pleasure is that you keep Costard safe. You are to suffer him to take no delight, nor no penance, but he must fast 3 days a week. As for this damsel, I am to keep her in the park. She's allowed for the day woman. Fare you well.
I do betray myself with blushing. Maid!
Ma'am,
I shall visit you at the lodge.
that's hereby.
I know where it is situated.
Lord, how wise you are.
I shall tell thee wonders!
With that face?
I love thee,
So I heard you say.
and so farewell.
Fair weather after you.
Come, Jacquinetta. Away.
Villain! Thou shalt pass for thy offenses ere thou be pardoned.
Well, sir, I hope when I do it, I shall do it on a full stomach.
Thou shalt be heavily punished. Go, take away this villain. Shut him up.
Come, you transgressing slave! Away!
Let me not be pent up, sir. I will fast being loose.
No, that were fast and loose, thou shalt to prison.
I do adore the fairy ground, which is base, where her shoe, which is baser, guided by her foot, which is basest, doth tread. I shall be forsworn, which is a very good argument of falsehood, if I love. And how can that be true love, which is falsely attempted? Love is a familiar. Love is el diablo. There is no evil angel but love. And yet, Samson was so tempted, and he had a very good strength. And yet, Solomon was so seduced, and he had an excellent wit. Cupid's butt-shaft is too hard for Hercules' club, and so too much odds for a Spaniard's rapier. The first and second cause will no serve my turn. The pasado, he regards not. The duello, he respects not. His disgrace is to be called boy, and his glory is to subdue men. Adios, valor. Thrust, rapier, bling, ding, ding, ding. Be still, drum, for thy manager is in love. Yea, he loveth. Assist me, some extemporal god of rhyme, for I am sure I will turn sonnet. Device, wit, write pen for I, and for whole volumes in folio.
Now, madam, summon up your dearest spirits. Consider who the king your father sends, to whom he sends, and what's his embassy. Yourself, held precious in the world's esteem, to parley with the sole inheritor of all perfections that a man may owe, matchless Navarre. Plea of no less weight than Aquitaine, a dowry for a queen. Be thou as prodigal of all dear grace as nature was in making graces dear when she did starve the general world beside, and prodigally gave it all to you.
Oh, good Lord, Boyette, my beauty, though but mean, needs not the painted flourish of your praise. Beauty is bought by judgment of the eye, not uttered by base sale of chapmen's tongues. I'm less proud to hear you tell my worth than you much willing to be counted wise in spending your wit in the praise of mine. But now, to task the tasker. Good Boyette, you are not ignorant, all telling fame doth noise abroad, Navarre hath made a vow. Till painful study shall outwear 3 years, no woman may approach his silent court. Therefore to us seemeth it a needful course, before we enter his forbidden gates, to know his pleasure. And in that behalf, bold of your worthiness, we single you as our best moving fair solicitor. Tell him the daughter of the King of France, on serious business craving quick dispatch, importunes personal conference with his grace.
Proud of employment, willingly I go.
All pride is willing pride, and yours is so. Who are the votaries, my loving friends, that are vow-fellow with this virtuous duke?
Lord Longueville is one.
Know you the man?
I know of him, madam. At a marriage feast between Lord Perigord and the beauteous heir of Jacques Falconbridge saw I this Longueville. A man of sovereign parts, he's esteemed, well fitted in arts, glorious in arms. Nothing becomes him ill that he would well. The only soil on his fair virtue's gloss, should virtue's gloss stain with any soil, is a sharp wit matched with too blunt a will, whose edge hath power to cut, whose will still wills it should none spare within its own.
Some merry mocking lord belike, is it so?
They say so, that most as humours know.
Such wits do wither as they grow. Who are the rest?
The young Dumaine is one, a well-accomplished youth, of all that virtue loved for virtue loved. Most power to do most harm, least knowing ill, for he hath wit to make an ill shape good, and shape to win great that he had no wit. I saw him at the Duke Alison's once, and much too little of that good I saw. Is my report to his great worthiness?
Another of these students at that time was there with him, if I have heard it true.
Baroon, they call him.
But a merrier man within the limit of becoming mirth I never spent an hour's talk withal. His eye begets occasion for his wit. For every object the one doth catch, the other turns into mirth moving jest, which his fair tongue, conceits expositor, delivers in such apt and gracious words that aged ears play truant at his tales, and younger hearings are quite ravished. So sweet and voluble is his discourse.
God bless my ladies. Are they all in love? That each her own hath garnished with such bedecking ornaments of praise?
Here comes Boyette.
Now, what admittance, Lord?
Navarre had notice of your fair approach, and he and his competitors in oath were all addressed to meet you, gentle lady, before I came. Marry, thus much have I learned. He rather means to lodge you in the field, like one that comes here to besiege his court, than seek a dispensation for his oath to let you enter his unpeopled house. Here comes Navarre.
Fair princess, welcome to the court of Navarre.
Fair, I give you back again, and welcome I have not yet. The roof of this court is too high to be yours, and welcome to the wide fields too base to be mine.
You shall be welcome, madam, to my court.
I will be welcome then. Conduct me thither.
Hear me, dear lady. I have sworn an oath.
Our Lady help, my lord. He'll be forsworn.
Not for the world, by my will.
Why, will shall break it then. Will and nothing else.
Your ladyship is ignorant to what it is.
Were my lord so, his ignorance were wise, where now knowledge must prove ignorance. I hear your grace hath sworn out housekeeping. 'Tis deadly sin to keep that oath, my lord, and sin to break it. But pardon me for being too sudden bold to teach a teacher ill beseemeth me. Vouchsafe to read the purpose of my coming, and suddenly resolve me in my suit.
I will, madam. If suddenly I may.
You will the sooner that I were away, for you'll prove perjured if you make me stay.
Did not I dance with you in Brabant once?
Did not I dance with you in Brabant once?
I know you did.
Aha, how needless was it then to ask the question?
You must not be so quick.
'Tis long of you that spur me with such questions.
Your wit's too hot, it speeds too fast, we'll tire.
Not to leave the rider in the mire.
What time of day?
Ever that fool should ask.
Now fair befall your mask,
In fair fall the face it covers.
and send you many lovers.
Ah, men, so you be none.
Nay then, will I be gone?
Dear lady, your father here doth intimate the payment of 100,000 crowns, being but the one half of an entire sum dispersed by my father during his wars. But say that he or we is either have received that sum, yet there remains unpaid 100,000 more, the surety of which the one part of Aquitaine is bound to us, although not valued to the money's worth. If then the king, your father, would restore but that one half which is unsatisfied, we will yield up Aquitaine and hold fair friendship with his majesty. But for that, it seems he little purposeth, because here he doth demand to have repaid 100,000 crowns, and not demand on payment of 100,000 crowns to have his title live in Aquitaine. So gilded as it is, dear princess, were not your father's request so far from reason's yielding, your own fair self should make some yielding against some reason in my breast. Go well satisfied to France again.
You do the king my father too much wrong, and wrong the reputation of your name in so unseeming to confess receipt of that which hath so faithfully been paid.
I do protest I've never heard of it. And if you can prove it, we'll yield up Aquitaine.
We arrest your word. Boyette,
Oh.
you can produce such acquaintances for such a sum from special officers of Charles, his father.
Satisfy me so!
So, please your grace, the packet is not yet come where that and other specialties are bound. Tomorrow you will have a sight of them.
It shall suffice me! At which interview all liberal reason I will yield unto. In the meantime, receive such welcome at my hand, as honor, without breach of honor, may make tender to thy true worthiness. You may not come within my court, but here without, you shall be so received as you shall deem yourself lodged in my heart, though so denied fair harbor within my house. My own wish I thee in every place.
Sweet health and fair desires consort your grace.
Lady, I will commend you to my own heart.
Pray you, do my commendations. I would be glad to see it.
I would you heard it groan.
Is the fool sick?
Sick at the heart.
Alack, let it blood.
Would that do it good?
My physic says I.
Will you prick it with your eye?
No point. With my knife.
Oh, now God save thy life.
And yours, from long living.
No, I cannot stay Thanksgiving.
Sir, I beseech you a word. What lady is that same?
The heir of Alençon, Catherine her name.
A gallant lady, most gallant lady, monsieur. Fare you well.
beseech you, a word. What is she in the white?
A woman sometimes, and you saw her in the light.
Perchance a light in light. I desire her name.
She hath but one for herself. To desire that were a shame.
Pray you, sir, whose daughter?
Her mother's, I have heard.
God's blessing on your beard!
Good sir, be not offended. She is an heir of Falconbridge.
Nay, my choler is ended. She is a most sweet lady.
What's her name in the cap?
Rosaline, by good hap.
Is she wedded or no?
To her will, sir, or so.
I thank you, sir. Adieu.
Then farewell to me, sir, and welcome to you.
That last one was Baroon, the merry madcap lord. Not a word with him, but a jest.
And every jest but a word.
It was well done of you to take him at his word.
I was as willing to grapple as he was to board.
Oh, 2 hot sheeps, marry.
Oh, and wherefore not ships? No sheep, sweet lamb, unless you feed on my lips.
Oh, you sheep, and I pasture. Shall that finish the jest?
So you grant pasture to me.
Not so, gentle beast. My lips are no common, though several they be.
Belonging to whom?
To my fortunes and me.
Good wits will be jangling, but gentles agree. This battle of wits were much better used on Navarre and his bookmen, for here 'tis abused.
My observation, which very seldom lies, by the heart's still rhetoric, disclose it in eyes, deceive me not now. Navarre is infected.
With what?
By that which we lovers entitle affected.
Your reason?
Why, all his behaviors did make their retire to the court of his eye, peeping thorough desire. His heart, like an agate with your print impressed, proud with his form, in his eye pride expressed, his tongue, all impatient to speak and not see, did stumble with haste in his eyesight to be. All senses to that sense did make their repair, to feel only looking on fairest of fair. Oh, his face's own margin did quote such amazes, that all eyes saw his eyes, enchanted with gazes. I'll give you Aquitaine and all that is his, if you give him for my sake but one loving kiss.
Come to our pavilion. Boyette is disposed.
But to speak that in words which his eye hath disclosed, I only have made a mouth of his eye by adding a tongue, which I know will not lie.
Thou art an old love-monger, and speakest skillfully.
He is Cupid's grandfather and learns news of him.
Oh, then was Venus like her mother, for her father is but grim.
Do you hear, my mad wenches?
No.
What then, do you see?
Aye. Our way to be gone.
You are too hard for me.
Go, tenderness of yours. Carry this key. Fetch hither the swine. Bring him festinately hither. I must employ him in a letter to my love.
Master, will you win your love with a French brawl?
How meanest thou? Brawling in French?
No, my complete master, but to jig off a tune at tongue's end. Canary to it with your feet. Humor it with turning your eyelids up. Sigh a note and sing a note. Sometime to the throat, as if you swallowed love by singing love, and sometime through the nose, as if you stuffed up love by smelling love. With your hat, penthouse-like, or the shop of your eyes, or your arms, half crossed over your thin-belly doublet like a rabbit in a spit, or your hands in your pocket like the man after the old painting. But keep not too long in one tune, but a slip and away. These are compliments, these are humors, these betray nice wenches. that would be betrayed without these, and make men of note. Do you note me that most are affected to these?
How hast thou purchased this experience?
By a penny of my observation. But have you forgot your law?
Almost I had!
Negligent student! Learn her by heart.
By heart and in heart, boy.
And out of heart, master, all those three I will prove.
What wilt thou prove?
A man if I leave. And this by in without upon the install. By heart, you love her because your heart cannot come by her. In heart, you love her because your heart is in love with her. And out of heart, you love her because that being out of heart, you cannot enjoy her.
I am all these three.
3 times as much more, and yet nothing at all.
Go! Fetch hither the swine. I must employ him in a letter.
A message well sympathized, a horse to be an ambassador for an ass.
Huh? What sayest thou?
Marry, sir, you must send the ass upon the horse, for he is slow-gated. But I go.
The way is but short. Away!
As swift as lead, sir.
Thy meaning, pretty ingenious, is no lead a metal, heavy, dull, and slow?
Minime, honest master, or rather, master, no.
I say lead is slow.
You are too swift to say so, sir. Is that lead slow, which is fired from a gun?
Sweet smoke of rhetoric. He rebukes me a cannon, and the bullet, that's he. I shoot thee at the swine.
Thump that I please.
A most acute juvenile, voluble and free of grace. By thy favor, sweet welkin, I must sigh in thy face. Most rude melancholy, valor gives thee place. My herald is returned.
A wonder, master. A custard broken in a shin.
But tell me, how is there a custard broken in a shin?
I would tell you sensibly.
Thou hast no feeling for it, Moat. I will speak that. Aye, custard! Running out, that was safely within. Fell over the threshold and broke my shin.
We will talk no more of this matter. Sir Custard, I will enfranchise thee. Thou wert immured, restrained, captivated, bound.
True, true. Now you'll be my purgation and let me loose?
I will give thee thy liberty, and set thee from durance, and in lieu thereof impose on thee nothing but this. Bear this significant to the country maid, Haquineta. There is remuneration for the best ward of my honor is rewarding my dependence. Mort, follow!
Like the sequel, aye, Senor Custard. Adieu.
Andia!
Now I look to his remuneration. Oh, remuneration! Oh, that's a Latin word for 3 farthings. 3 farthings. Remuneration! Ding, 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 ding. What's the price of this inkle? 1 penny? No. I'll give you a remuneration! Oh, why? It carries it. Remuneration. I will never buy and sell out of this word.
My good knave Custard. Exceedingly well met.
Pray you, sir, how much carnation ribbon may a man buy for a remuneration?
What is a remuneration?
Marry, sir, hey penny farthing.
Why then 3 farthing worth of silk?
I thank you, worship. God be with you.
Stay, slave. I must employ thee. As thou wilt win my favor, good my knave, do one thing for me that I shall entreat.
When would you have it done, sir?
This afternoon.
Well, I will do it, sir. Very well.
Thou knowest not what it is.
I shall know, sir, when I've done it.
Why, villain, thou must know first.
I'll come to your worship tomorrow morning.
But it must be done this afternoon. Stay, slave. It is but this. The princess comes to hunt here in the park, and in her train there is a gentle lady. When tongues speak sweetly, then they name her name, and Rosaline they call her. Ask for her, and to her white hand see thou do commend this sealed up counsel. There's thy guerdon. Go.
Guerdon. Most sweet guerdon. Better than remuneration. 11 pence farthing better. Most sweet guerdon. I will do it, sir. In print. Guerdon. Remuneration.
And I, forsooth, in love, I that have been love's whip, a very beadle to a humorous sigh, a critic, nay, a night watch constable, a domineering pedant o'er the boy, than whom no mortal so magnificent. This wimpled, whining, pure-blind, wayward boy, this senior junior, giant dwarf, Dan Cupid, regent of love rhymes, lord of folded arms, the anointed sovereign of sighs and groans, liege of all loiterers and malcontents, dread prince of plackets, king of codpieces, and I, to be a corporal of his field and wear his colors like a tumbler's hoop? What? I love, I sue, I seek a wife? Nay, to be perjured, which is worst of all, and among 3, to love the worst of all. Whitely wanton with a velvet brow, with 2 pitch balls stuck in her face for eyes. Aye, and by heaven, one that will do the deed, though Argus were her eunuch and her guard. And I to sigh for her, to watch for her, to pray for her. Go to, it is a plague that Cupid shall impose for my neglect of his almighty dreadful little might. Well, I will love. Write, sigh, pray, sue, groan. Some men must love my lady, and some Joan.
Well, friends, today we shall have our dispatch. On Saturday, we will return to France. Then, Forster, my friend, where's the bush that we must stand and play murderer in?
Hereby, on the edge of yonder coppice, a stand where you may make the fairest shoot.
I thank my beauty, I am fair that shoot, and thereupon thou sayest, the fairest shoot.
Pardon, madam, for I meant not so.
What? First praise me, and again say no? Oh, short-lived pride, not fair, alack for woe.
Well, yes, madam, fair.
Nay, never paint me now, where fair is not praise, cannot mend the brow. Here, good my glass, take this for telling true. Fair payments for foul words is more than due.
Well, when nothing but fair is that which you inherit.
See, my beauty will be saved by merit. Oh, heresy and fair, fit for these days. A giving hand, though foul, shall have fair praise. But come, the bow. Now, mercy goes to kill, and shooting well is then accounted ill. Thus, I will save my credit in the shoot. Not wounding, pity would not let me do it. If wounding, then it was to show my skill that more for praise than purpose meant to kill. And out of question, as it is sometimes, glory grows guilty of detested crimes, when, for fame's sake, for praise, an outward part, we bend to that the working of the heart. as I alone now seek to spill the poor dear's blood. But my heart means no ill.
Do not cursed wives hold that self-sovereignty only for praise sake when they strive to be lords or their lords?
Only for praise, and praise we may afford for any lady that subdues a lord.
Oh, here comes a member of the Commonwealth.
God dig you den all. Aye. Pray you, which is the head lady?
Thou shalt know her by the rest that have no heads.
Which is the greatest lady? The highest?
The thickest and the tallest.
The thickest and the tallest. It is so. Truth is truth. And your waist, mistress, war as slender as my wit, one of these maid's girdles for your waist should be fit. Are you not the chief woman? You are the thickest here.
What's your will, sir? What's your will?
I have a letter from Monsieur Baroon to one Lady Rosaline.
Oh, thy letter. He's a good friend of mine. Stand aside, good bearer, and Boyette, you can carve, break upon his capon.
I am bound to serve. This letter is mistook. It importeth none here. It is writ to Jacquinetta.
We will read it, I swear. Break the neck of the wax, and everyone give ear.
By heaven, that thou art fair is most infallible. True that thou art beauteous, truth itself that thou art lovely. More fairer than fair, beautiful than beauteous, truer than truth itself. Have commiseration on thy heroical vassal. Oh, the magnanimous and most illustrate King Cophetua set eye upon the pernicious and indubitate beggar Xenophon. And he it was that might rightly say, weeny, weedy, weaky, which to anathemize in the vulgar, base and obscure vulgar, widilicet, he came, see, and overcame. He came one, see two, overcame three. Who came? The king. Why did he come? To see. What did he see? To overcome. To whom came he? To the beggar. What saw he? The beggar. Who overcame he? The beggar. Yes, the conclusion is victory. On whose side? The king's. The captive is enriched. On whose side? The beggar's. The catastrophe is a nuptial. Da-dum, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. On whose side? The king's? No. On one in both, or both in one. I am the king, for so stands the argument. Thou the beggar, for so witnesseth thy lowliness. Shall I command thy love? I may. Shall I enforce thy love?
Ooh.
I could. Shall I entreat thy love? I will. What shalt thou exchange for rags, robes, for titles, titles, for thyself? Me. Thus, expecting thy reply, I profane my lips on thy foot, my eye on thy picture, my heart on thy every part. Thine in the dearest design of industry, Don Adriano de Armada.
What plume of a feather is he that indited this letter? What vein, what weathercock? Did you ever hear better?
I am much deceived, but I remember the style.
Else your memory is bad going o'er't erewhile.
Oh, this Armado is a Spaniard that keeps here in the court. A fantasime, a monarcho, and one that makes sport for the king and his bookmates.
Thou fellow, a word. Who gave thee this letter?
I told you, my lord.
To whom shouldst thou give it?
From my lord to my lady.
From which lord to which lady?
Oh, from my lord Brune, a good mastermind, to a lady from France he calls Rosaline.
Thou hast mistaken his letter. Come, friends, away. Here, sweet, put up this. 'Twill be thine another day.
Who is the shooter? Who is the shooter?
Shall I teach you to know?
Aye, my continent of beauty.
Why, she that bears the bow. Finally put off.
Lady goes to kill horns. Yet if thou marry, hang me by the neck if horns that year miscarry. Finally put on.
Well, then I am the shooter.
And who is thy dear?
Well, if we choose by the horns, yourself come not here. Finally put on, indeed.
You still wrangle with her, boy, yet, and yet she strikes at the brow.
Ah, but she herself is hit lower. Shall I hit her now?
Shall I come upon thee with an old saying that was a man when King Pepin of France was a boy as touching the hit it?
So shall I answer thee, with one as old that was a woman when Queen Guinevere of Britain was a little wench, as touching the hit it.
Thou canst not hit it, hit it, hit it. Thou canst not hit it, my good man.
And I cannot, and I cannot. Another can.
Okay, come. You talk greasily. Your lips grow foul.
She's too hard for you a prick, sir. Challenge her to bowl.
I fear too much rubbing. Good night, my good owl.
Oh, my soul. A swain. A most simple clown. Lords, how the ladies and I have put him down. Ah, oh, my troth. Most sweet jests, most inkenny vulgar wit, when it comes so smoothly off, so obscenely, as it were, so fit.
Very reverend sport, truly, and done in the testimony of a good conscience.
The deer was, as you know, sanguious in blood, ripe as the palm water, who hangeth now like a jewel in the ear of Chaim, the sky, the welcome, the heaven, and anon falleth like a crab on the face of Terra, the soil, the land, the earth.
Dear Mistress California, the epithets are sweetly varied, but, dear lady, I do assure ye, it was a buck off the first head.
Sir Nathaniel, how credo.
'Twas not an old grey doe, 'twas a pricket.
Most barbarous intimation. Yet a kind of insinuation, as it were, in way of explication, facare, as it were, replication, or rather ostentare to show, as it were, his inclination, after his undressed, unpolished, uneducated, unpruned, untrained, or rather unlettered, or rather unconfirmed fashion, as to insert again my haud credo for a deer.
I said it was not an old grey doe, it was a pricket.
Twice saw simplicity. Oh, Biscoctus. Oh, monster ignorance, how deformist dost thou look.
Dear lady, he has not fed of the dainties that are bred in a book. He has not paper, as it were. He has not drunk ink. His intellect is not replenished. He is only an animal, only sensible in the duller parts.
You two are bookmen. Can you tell me, by your wit, what was a month old at Cain's birth that's not 5 weeks old as yet?
Dictina, good Mandel. Dictina, good Mandel.
What is dictuma?
A title to Phoebe, to Luna, to the moon.
The moon was a month old when Adam was no more, and wrought not to 5 weeks when he came to 5 score. Well, the illusion holds in the exchange.
'Tis true indeed. The collusion holds in the exchange.
Oh, God, comfort thy capacity. I say the illusion holds in the exchange.
And I say the pollution holds in the exchange. For the moon was never but a month old. And I say besides that, it was a pricket that the princess killed.
Sir Nathaniel, would you hear an extemporal epitaph on the death of the deer? And to humor the ignorant, call I the deer the princess killed a pricket?
Per gay, good Mistress Holophonier, per gay.
I will somewhat affect the letter, as it argues simplicity. The prayful princess pierced and pricked a pretty pleasing pricket. Some say a sore, but not a sore, till now made sore with shooting. The dogs did yell, put L to sore, and sorrel jumps from thicket. Or pricket sore, or else sorrel, the people fall a hooting. If sore be sore, then L to sore makes 50 sore a sorrow. Of one sore eye an 100 make, by adding but one more L.
Rare talent! Yeah, the talent be a claw. Look how he claws her with the talent.
Oh, this is a gift I have. Simple, simple. A foolish, extravagant spirit full of forms, figures, shapes, objects, ideas, apprehensions, motions, revolutions. These are begot in the ventricle of memory, and nourished in the womb of pia mater, and delivered upon the mellowing of occasion. But the gift is good in those in whom it is acute, and I am thankful for it.
Oh, my dear lady, I praise the Lord for you, and so may my parishioners, for their daughters are well tutored by you, and their sons profit very greatly under you.
Well, if their sons be ingenious, they shall want no instruction. If their daughters be capable, I will put them to it. Oh, but a female soul saluteth us.
God give you good morrow. Good Master Parson. Be so good as read me this letter. It was given me by Costard and sent me by Don Armado. I do beseech you, read it.
Under pardon, sir, what are the contents? Or rather, as Horace says in his... Oh, but my soul. Verses.
Aye, my lady. Very learned.
Let me hear a staff, a stanza, a verse. Lege, Domine.
If love make me forsworn, then how shall I swear to love? Though faith hold only through thee, seeing beauty. Though to myself I'm forsworn, to thee I'll faithful prove. Those thoughts to me were oaks, to thee like osiers bowed. That all ignorant, that soul that sees in thee no wonder, which is to me some praise, that I thy hearts admire. Thy eyes Jove's lightning bears, thy voice his dreadful thunder, which not to anger bent is music and sweet fire.
Oh.
Celestial as thou art, that sings heaven's praise with such an earthly tongue.
You find not the apostrophus, and so miss the accent. Let me supervise the cousinette. Here are our numbers ratified, but for facility and golden cadence of poesy, correct. But, Damascella, virgin, was this directed to you?
Aye, madam.
I will overglance the superscript. To the snow-white hand of the most beauteous Lady Rosaline. I will look again on the intellect of the letter for the nomination of the party writing to the person unto your ladyships in all desired employment, Baroon. Sir Nathaniel, this Baroon is one of the votaries of the king. And here hath he framed a letter to a sequent of the stranger queen, where accidentally or by way of progression hath miscarried. Trip and go, my sweet, and deliver this paper into the royal hand of the king. It may concern much. Go. Say not thy compliment. I forgive thy duty you do.
Good, Costed. Go with me. God bless you.
Have with thee, my girl.
My dear lady, you have done this in the fear of God very religiously, and as a certain father saith...
Sir, tell me not of the father, but to return to the verses. Did they please you, Sir Nathaniel?
Ah, marvelous. Well, for the pen.
I do dine today at the father of a certain pupil of mine, whereif, before repast, it shall please you to grant the table with a blessing, I will, upon my privilege that I have with the parents of said child or pupil, undertake your benvenuto, where I will prove those verses to be very unlearned, neither savoring of poetry, wit, nor invention. I beseech your society.
I thank you, too. For society, as the text saith, is the happiness of life.
And certes, the text most infallibly concludes it. Sir, I do invite you to. You will not say me nay. Halka verba. Oh, well, the gentles are at their game, and we will to our recreation.
King, he is hunting the deer. I am coursing myself. They have pitched a toil. I am toiling in a pitch that defiles. Defile. A foul word. Well, set thee down, sorrow, for so they say the fool said, and so say I, and I the fool.
I will not love. If I do, hang me. If faith, I will not. Oh, but her eye.
By this light, but for her eye, I would not love her. Yes, for her true eye.
Well, I do nothing in the world but lie and lie in my throat. By heaven, I do love, and it hath taught me to rhyme and to be melancholy. Well, she hath one of my sonnets already. The clown bore it,
the fool sent it, and the lady hath it. Sweet clown, sweeter fool, sweetest lady. By the world, I would not care a pin if the other three were in. Here comes one with the paper. God give him grace to groan.
Ay me!
Shot, by heaven!
Proceed, sweet Cupid. Thou slumped him with thy bird bolt under the left pap.
Oh. So sweet a kiss the golden sun gives not to the fresh morning drops upon the rose, as doth thy eye beams when their fresh rays have smote the night of dew that on my cheek down flows. Nor shines the silver moon one half so bright as doth thy face through tears of mine give light. Thou shinest in every tear I weep, no drop, but as a coach doth carry thee. So ridest thou, triumphing in my woe. Do but behold the tears that swell in me, and they thy glory through my grief will show. But do not love thyself, or else thou will keep my tears for glasses, and still I will weep. Oh, thou queen of queens! Oh. How far dost thou excel? No thought can think, nor tongue of mortal tell. How shall she know my grief? I'll drop the paper. Ha! Ah! Sweet leaves, shade folly. What? Who is he who comes here? What? Bongaville? I'm reading? Listen here.
Now in thy likeness one more fool appear. I am forsworn.
In love, I hope, sweet fellowship in shame.
One drunkard loves another of the name. Am I the first to be perjured so? I could put thee in comfort, not by two that I know. I fear these stubborn lines lack the power to move. Oh, sweet Maria, empress of my love! Oh, these numbers will I tear and write in prose. Oh, rhymes are God's unwanted Cupid's hose, disfigure not his shop. Oh, the same shall go. Did not the heavenly rhetoric of thine and I, against whom the world cannot hold argument, persuade my heart to this false perjury? Vows for thee broke deserve not punishment. A woman I forswore, but I will prove, thou being a goddess, I forswore not thee. My vows are earthly, and thou a heavenly love. Thy grace being gained cures all disgrace in me. Vows are but breath, and breath a vapor is. Then now, fair sun, which on my earth doth shine, exhales this breath. In thee it is. If broken then, it is no fault of mine. If by me broke, what fool is not so wise to lose an oath, to gain a paradise?
This is the liver vein that makes flesh a deity, a green goose a goddess, pure, pure idolatry. God amend us, God amend, we are much out of the way.
No. By whom shall I send this? Company? Stay.
Occupied! All hid, an old infant play. Like a demigod, here sit I in the sky, and wretched fool secrets heedfully o'er I. More sacks to the mill? Oh heavens, I have my wish. Domain transformed, 4 woodcocks in a dish.
Oh, most divine Kate!
Oh, most profane coxcomb!
By heaven, the wonder in a mortal eye!
My earth, she is not corporal, there you lie.
Her raven hair for foul hath raven quoted.
A raven-colored raven was well noted.
Fair as day.
Aye, as some days, but then no sun must shine.
I had my wish.
And I had mine.
Mine too, good Lord.
Amen, so I had mine, is not that a good word?
I would forget her, but a fever she reigns in my blood and will remembered be.
A fever in your blood? Why then incision would let her out in saucers, sweet Miss Persian.
Once more I shall read the ode that I have writ.
Once more I'll mark how love can vary wit.
On a day, alack the day, love, whose month is ever May, spied a blossom passing fair, playing in the wanton air. Through the velvet leaves, the wind of all unseen could passage find, that the lover, sick to death, wished himself the heaven's breath. Air, quoth he, thy cheeks may blow air, might I triumph so. Alack, my hand is sworn. Ne'er to pluck thee from thy thorn. Vow, alack, for youth unmeet, youth so apt as to pluck a sweet. Do not call it sin in me, that I am forsworn for thee. This shall I send, and with something else more plain, that shall express my true love's fasting pain. Oh, were the king and Barracks and long devoted lovers too, ill to example ill, but from my forehead wipe a perjure note, for none offend where all alike do dote.
Do me! Thy love is far from charity, that in love's brief, desirous society, you look pale, but I should blush, I know, to be o'erheard and taken napping so.
Come, sir! You blush! As his your case is such, you chided him offending twice as much. Oh, you do not love Maria?
Oh, Longaville did never sonnet for her sake compile, nor lay his wreathed arms athwart his loving bosom to keep down his heart. I have been closely shrouded in this bush. And I have marked you both, for you both did blush. Oh, I have heard your guilty rhyme.
Observed your fashion, heard sighs reek from you, noted, well, your passion. You would for paradise break faith and troth, and you, for Jove, would infringe an oath. Oh, what will Baroon say when that he shall hear of such faith infringe, which such zeal did swear? How he will scorn, how he will laugh, how he will triumph, how he will leap at it. For all the wealth that I ever did see, I would not have him know so much as by me. Now step I forward.
Ah, good my liege, I pray thee pardon me. Good heart, what grace hast thou thus to reprove these worms for loving that art most in love? Your eyes do make no coaches, in your tears there is no certain princess that appears. You'll not be perjured, 'tis a hateful thing. Tosh, none but minstrels like of sonneting.
But are you not ashamed? Nay, are you not, all three of you, to be thus much o'ershot? You found his mote, the king your mote did see, but I a beam do find in each of three. Oh, what a scene of foolery have I seen!
Of sighs, of groans, of sorrow, and of teen. Oh me, with what strict patience have I sat to see a king transformed to a gnat.
Where lies thy grief? Oh, tell me, good Dumaine. And gentle Longaville, where lies thy pain?
And, where are my lieges, All about the breast? A cuddle, ho!
Bitter is thy chest. Are we thus betrayed to thy overview?
Oh, not you to me, but I betrayed by you. I, that am honest. I, that hold it sin to break the vow I am engaged in. I am betrayed by men like you. Men of inconstancy. When shall you see me write a thing in rhyme, Or groan for Joan, or spend a minute's time in pruning me? When shall you hear that I shall praise a hand, a foot, a face, an eye, a gait, a state, a brow, a breast, a waist, a leg, a limb?
Softer! Whither away so fast? A true man or a thief that gallops so?
Oh, I boast from love. Good lover, let me go.
God bless the king.
What present hast thou there?
I beseech your grace, let this letter be read. Our parson misdoubts it, 'twas treason, he said.
What makes treason here?
Nay, it makes nothing, sir.
Well, if it are nothing neither, the treason and you go a piece together.
I beseech your grace, let this letter be read. Our parson misdoubts it, was treason, he said.
Baroon, read this over. Where hadst thou it?
No cost.
Where hadst thou it?
Don Armadillo de El Drino.
What? What is... Why dost thou tear it?
A toy, my liege, a toy. Your grace needs not fear it. It's moving to passion, and therefore let's hear it.
It is Baroon's handwriting. And here's his name.
You whoreson loggerhead, you were born to do me shame! Guilty, my lord, guilty. I confess.
What? That you three fools like me fool to make up the mess. He, and you, my liege, and I are pick purses in love, and we deserve to die.
Oh, dismiss this audience and I will tell you more.
Now the number's even.
True. We are four.
Will these turtles be gone?
Come, sirs, away.
Walk aside the true folk, and let these traitors stay.
Sweet lords, sweet lovers, oh, let us embrace. As true we are as flesh and blood can be. The sea will ebb and flow, heaven show his face. Young blood doth not obey an old decree. We dare not cross the causeway we were born, and therefore of all hands must we be forsworn.
What? Did these red lines show some love of thine?
Did they, quoth you? Who sees the heavenly Rosaline, that like a rude and savage man of Ind, at the first opening of the gorgeous east, bows not his vassal head, and struck and blind, kisses the base ground with obedient breast? What peremptory eagle-sighted eye dares look upon the heaven of her brow, that is not blinded by her majesty?
What zeal, what fury hath inspired thee? My love, her mistress, is a gracious moon. Sheen attending star, scarce seen by light.
My eyes are then no eyes, nor I Baroon. Oh, but for my love, day would turn to night. Lend me the flourish of all gentle tongues. Fie, painted rhetoric. Oh, she needs it not. To things of sale a seller's praise belongs. She passes praise, then praise too short doth blot. I'll prove her fair, or talk till doomsday here.
No devil then will fright thee as much as she.
I never knew man hold such vile stuff so dear.
Look, here's thy love. My foot in her face, see?
But what of it? Are we not all in love?
Oh, nothing so sure, and thereby all forsworn.
Then let us leave this chat and, good Baroon, find some way to make our loving lawful and our faith not torn.
Aye, Mary, there's some flattery for this evil.
Oh, some authority how to proceed, some trick, some quillets how to cheat the devil.
Some salve for perjury.
Oh, 'tis more than need. Have at you then. Affections, men-at-arms! Consider what you first did swear unto. To fast, to study, and to see no woman. Flat treason against the kingly state of youth. Say, can you fast? Your stomachs are too young, and abstinence engenders maladies. Oh, we have made a vow to study, lords, and in that vow we have forsworn our books. For when would you, my liege, or you, in leaden contemplation have found out such fiery numbers as the prompting eyes of beauty's tutors have enriched you with? Oh, love, first learned in a lady's eyes, lives not alone, immured in the brain, but with the motion of all elements courses as swift as thought in every power, and gives to every power a double power above their functions and their offices. It adds a precious seeing to the eye. A lover's eyes will gaze an eagle blind. A lover's ear will hear the lowest sound. Love's feeling is more soft and sensible than are the tender horns of cockled snails. Love's tongue proves dainty Bacchus, gross in taste. For valor is not love a Hercules, still climbing trees in the Hesperides. And when love speaks, the voice of all the gods make heaven drowsy with the harmony. From women's eyes this doctrine I derive. They sparkle still the right Promethean fire. They are the books, the arts, the academes that show, contain, and nourish all the world, else none at all in aught proves excellent. Then fools you were these women to forswear, or keeping what is sworn you will prove fools. For wisdom's sake, a word that all men love. Or, for love's sake, a word that loves all men. Or, for men's sake, the authors of these women. Or, for women's sake, by which we men are men. Let us once lose our oaths to find ourselves, or else we lose ourselves to keep our oaths. It is religion to be thus forsworn, for charity itself fulfills the law, and who can sever love from charity? Saint Cupid, then! And soldiers, to the field! Advance your standards! And upon them, lords, pell-mell down with them! But be first advised that in conflict you get the son of them.
Now to plain dealing. Ladies closest by. Shall we resolve to woo these girls of France?
And win them too. Therefore, let us devise some entertainment for them in their tents.
First, from the park, let us conduct them thither. Then, Homeward every man attach the hand of his fair mistress. In the afternoon, we will with some strange pastime solace them, such as the shortness of the time can shape. For revels, dances, masks, and merry hours, for run, fair love, strewing her way with flowers.
Away, away! No time shall be omitted, that be time and may by us be fitted. Ah!
Dear lady, I praise God for you. Your reasons at dinner were sharp and sententious, witty without affectation, and audacious without impudency. I did converse this quondam day with a companion of the king's who is intituled, nominated, or called Don Adriano de Armato.
Novi hominum tanquam te. His humor is lofty, his discourse peremptory, his tongue filed, his eye ambitious, and his gait majestical, and his general behavior vain, ridiculous, and thrasonical. He is too picked, too spruce, too affected, too odd, as it were, too peregrinate, as I may call it.
Ah, a most singular and choice epithet.
He draweth out the thread of his verbosity finer than the staple of his argument. I abhor such fanatical phantasms, such insociable and point-devised companions, such rackers of orthography as to say doubt, sine be, when he should speak doubt. Debt, when he should pronounce debt. D-E-B-T, not D-E-T. But he clappeth a caliph, calf, half, half. But this is abominable, which he would call abominable. It insinuateth me of insanity.
With destiny quis venit?
Video et gaudeo.
Men of peace, well encountered.
Well, military, sir. Salutation.
They have been at a great feast of languages and stolen the scraps.
Oh, they have lived long on the alms basket of words. I marvel thy master has neat thee for a word. Nor not so long by the head as honorific abilitudinitate boos.
Peace, the peal begins.
Senora, are you not lettered?
Yes, yes. She teaches boys the horn book.
Learned lady, perambulate. We shall be singled from the barbarous. Did you not educate the youth at the charge house at the top of the mountain?
I do, sans question.
Senora, it is the king's most sweet pleasure and affection to congratulate the princess at her pavilion in the posteriors of this day, which the rude multitude call the afternoon.
The posterior of the day, most generous sir, is liable, congruent, and measurable for the afternoon. The word is well called, choice, sweet, and apt. I do assure you, sir, I do assure.
Senora, the king is a noble gentleman, and my familiar, I do assure thee, very good friend. For I must tell you, it will please his greatness by the world sometime to lean on my poor shoulder and with his royal finger thus dally with my excrement. With my mustachio. But let that pass. By the world, I recount no fable. some certain special honors it will please His Grace to impart to Armado, a soldier, a man of travel that has seen the world. But let that pass. For the king would have me present the princess, sweet Chuck, with some delightful ostentation, or show, or pageant, or antic, or firework. Now, understanding that the curate and your sweet self are good at such eruptions and breaking out of mirth, I have acquainted you with all to crave your assistance.
You shall present before her the 9 worthies. Sir Nathaniel is concerning some entertainment, some show in the posterior of this to be rendered by our assistants before the princess. I say none so fit as to present the 9 worthies.
Where will you find men worthy enough to present them?
Joshua yourself. Myself, Judas Maccabeus. Well, this gallant gentleman, Hector. This swain, because of his great limb or joint, shall pass Pompey the Great. The page, Hercules.
Pardon, Signora, error. He is no quantity enough for that worthy's thumb. He is not so big as the end of his club.
Shall I have audience? He shall present Hercules in minority. His enter and exit shall be strangling a snake, and I will have an apology for that purpose.
An excellent device. So if any of the audience hiss, you may cry out, "Well done, Hercules! Now thou crushest this snake."
For the rest of the worthies?
I will play 3 myself.
Thrice worthy lady.
Can I tell you a thing?
We attend.
We will have, if this fudge not, an antic. I beseech thee, follow. Andale. No, this.
We are good men, Don. Thou hast spoke no word all this while.
Nor understood none neither, sir.
Allons, we will employ thee.
I'll join one in a dance or so. Or I'll play upon the tabor and let the worthies dance the hay.
Oh, most dull, honest dull. Oh, come, we to our sport away.
Shall be rich ere we depart, if fairings come thus plentifully in. A lady walled about with diamonds. Look you what I have from the loving king.
Madam, came nothing else along with that?
Nothing but this? Yes, as much love in rhyme as would be crammed up on a sheet of paper, writ on both sides of the leaf, margin and all, that he was fain to seal on Cupid's name.
Oh, that was the way to make his godhead wax, for he hath been 5,000 year a boy.
Aye, and a shrewd unhappy gallows, too.
You'll ne'er be friends with him. That killed your sister.
He made her melancholy, sad, and heavy, and so she died. Had she been light, like you, of a merry, nimble, stirring spirit, she might have been a grandam ere she died. And so may you, for a light heart lives long.
What's your dark meaning, Mouse, of this light word?
A light condition in a beauty dark.
We need more light to find your meaning out.
Ugh, you'll mar the light by taking it in snuff.
Therefore, I'll darkly end the argument.
Oh, look what you do. You do it still in the dark.
So do not you, for you are a light wench.
Well, indeed, I weigh not you, and therefore light.
You weigh me not. Oh, that you care not for me.
No, great reason. For past care is still past care.
Well bandied both. But, Rosaline, you have a favor too. Who sent it, and what is it?
I would you knew. I have verses 2, I think, Maroon. The number's true, and we're the numbering too. I or the fairest goddess on the ground. I am compared to 20,000 fairs. Oh, he hath drawn my picture in his letter.
Anything like?
Much in the letters, nothing in the praise.
Beauteous as ink, a good conclusion.
Fair as a text B in a copybook.
Where pencils? Ho! Let me not die your debtor, my red dominical, my golden letter. Oh, that your face were not so full of
Of course of that jest, and I beshrew all shrows. But Catherine, what was sent to you from fair domain?
Madam, this glove.
Did he not send you twain?
Yes, madam, and moreover, some 1,000 verses of a faithful lover, a huge translation of hypocrisy, vilely compiled, profound simplicity.
And this? And these pearls? To me sent long ago. The letter's too long by half a mile.
I think no less. Dost thou not wish in heart that the chain were longer and the letter shorter?
I would these hands might never part.
We are wise girls to mock our lovers so.
They are worse fools to purchase mocking so. That same Baroon I'll torture ere I go. Oh, that I knew he were but in by the week. How I would make him fawn, and beg, and seek, and wait the season, and observe the times, and spend his prodigal wits in bootless rhymes, and shape his service wholly to my hest, and make him proud to make me proud that jest. So perchance like would I o'ersway his state, that he should be my fool, and I his fate.
Most folly in fools bears not so strong a note as foolery in the wise when wit doth dote. Since all the power it doth apply to prove by wit worth in simplicity.
Oh, here comes Boyette, and mirth is in his face.
Oh, I'm stabbed with laughter. Where's her grace?
Thy news, Boyette?
Prepare, madam, prepare. Arm, wenches, arm encounters. Mounted are against your peace. Love doth approach disguised. Armed with arguments, you'll be surprised. Muster your wits, stand in your own defense, or hide your heads like cowards and fly hence.
Speak to me to say Cupid. What are they that charge their breath against us? Say, scout, say!
Under the cool shade of a sycamore, I thought to close mine eyes some half an hour when lo, to interrupt my purpose rest, toward the shade might I behold addressed the king and his companions. Warily I stole into a neighbor thicket by, and overheard what you shall overhear, that by and by disguised they will be here. Their herald is a pretty knavish page, that well by heart hath conned his embassage. Action and accent did they teach him there. Thus must thou speak, and thus thy body bear. And ever and anon they made it out, presence majestical would put him out. For, quoth the king, an angel shalt thou see, yet fear thou not, but speak audaciously. The boy replied, an angel is not evil. I should have feared her had she been the devil. With that all laughed and clapped him on the shoulder, making the bold wag by their praises bolder. One rubbed his elbow thus, and fleered and swore a better speech was never spoke before. Another, with his finger in his thumb, cried, Via, we will do it, come what will come. A third, he capered and cried, all goes well. A fourth turned on the toe, and down he fell. With that they all did tumble to the ground, with such a zealous laughter so profound, that in this spleen ridiculous appears to check their folly, passion's solemn tears.
But what, come they to visit us?
They do, and are apparelled thus, like Muscovites, or Russians, as I guess. Their purpose, parley, court, and dance, and every one his love suit will advance, to each his several mistress, which he'll know, by favors several which he did bestow.
And will they so? The gallants shall be tasked, for ladies, we will every one be masked. And not a man among them shall have the grace, despite of suit, to see a lady's face. Hold, Rosaline, this favor thou shalt wear, and so the king will court thee for his dear. Here, hold this, take thou this, my sweet, and give me thine. So shall Baroon take me for Rosaline. And change your favors too, so shall your loves woo contrary, deceived by these removes.
Come on then, wear the favors most inside.
But in
is changing. What is your intent?
The effect of my intent is to cross theirs. They do it but in mockery merriment, and mock for mock is only my intent. Their several counsels they unbosom shall to love's mistook, and therefore be mocked withal. Upon the next occasion that we meet, with visages displayed to talk and greet.
But shall we dance if they desire us to it?
No. To the death we will not move a foot, not to their pen speech render we no grace, but while 'tis spoke, each turn away her face.
Why, such contempt will kill the speaker's heart and quite divorce his memory from his part.
Well, therefore I do it, and I make no mistake the rest will never come in if he be out. There's no such sport as sport by sport o'erthrown, to make theirs ours, and ours none but our own. So shall we say, mocking intended game, and they, well mocked, depart away with shame.
The music sounds. Be masked. Maskers come.
Hey! 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 Hey!
All hail the richest beauties on the earth. A holy parcel of the fairest dames that ever turned their backs to mortal views.
Their eyes, fill in their eyes.
That ever turned their eyes to mortal views. Out of the
True, out indeed.
out of your favors, heavenly spirits, and vouchsafe not to behold.
Wants to behold, rogue.
Wants to behold with your sun-beamed eyes, with your sun-beamed eyes.
Oh, yeah, they will not answer to that epithet. You had best call it daughter-beamed eyes.
They do not mark me, and that brings me out.
Is this your perfectness? Be gone, you rogue!
Oh! 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 Oh!
What would these strangers know their minds, Boyette, if they do speak our language? It's our will that some plain man recount their purposes. Know what they would?
What would you with the princess?
Nothing but peace and a gentle visitation.
What would they say?
Nothing but peace and a gentle visitation.
Why, that they have, and bid them so be gone.
She says you have it, and you may be gone.
Tell her we have measured many miles to tread a measured with her on the grass.
They say that they have measured many miles to tread a measure with you in this grass.
It is not so. Ask them how many inches is in 1 mile. If they have measured many, the measure then of one is easily told.
If to come hither you have measured miles and many miles, the princess bids you tell how many inches doth fill up 1 mile.
Tell her we measure them by weary steps.
She hears herself.
How many weary steps of many weary miles you have o'ergone is numbered in the travel of 1 mile.
We number nothing that we spend for you. Our duty is so rich, so infinite, that we may do it still without account. Vouchsafe to show the sunshine of your face, that we, like savages, may worship it.
My face is but a moon, and clouded too.
Blessed are clouds to do as such clouds do. Vouchsafe, bright moon, and these thy stars to shine. Those clouds remove it upon our watery eye.
Oh, vain petitioner, beg a greater matter, thou now requests but moonshine and water.
Then but vouchsafe in our measure but one change. Thou biddest me beg
This begging is not strange.
Play music then. Nay, you must do it soon. Not yet. No dance. Thus change I like the moon.
Why do you not dance? How come you thus estrange?
He took the moon at full, but now she's changed.
Yet, she is still the moon, and I the man. The music plays. Vouchsafe some motion to it.
Our ears vouchsafe it.
But your legs should do it. Ho-ho!
Since you are strangers and come here by chance, we'll not be nice. Take hands. Oh, we will not dance.
I take the hands then.
Only to part friends. Curtsy, sweethearts. And so the measure ends.
More measure of this measure! Be not nice.
We can afford no more at such a price.
Price you yourselves. What buys your company?
Your absence only.
That can never be.
Then cannot we be bought. And so adieu. Twice to your visor. And half once to you.
If you deny to dance, let's hold more chat.
In private, then.
Oh, I am best pleased with that.
White-handed mistress, one sweet word with thee?
Honey and milk and sugar. There is 3.
Nay then, 2 trays, and you grow so nice. Metheglin, Wart, and Mosey, well run, dice, there's half a dozen sweet.
7 sweet, adieu. Since you can cog, I'll play no more with you.
1 word in secret?
Let it not be sweet.
Thou griefst my gall.
Gall. Bitter.
Therefore meat.
Would you vouchsafe with me to change a word?
Name it.
For lady?
I'll say you so. Fair lord. Take that for your fair lady.
Please it you, as much in private, and I'll bid adieu.
What? Was your visit made without a tongue?
I know the reason, lady, why you ask.
Oh, for your reason. Quickly, sir, I long.
You have a double tongue within your mask, and would afford my speechless visit half.
Veal, quoth the Dutchman. Is not veal a calf?
A calf, fair lady.
No, a fair lord calf.
Let's part the word.
No, I'll not be your half.
1 word in private with you ere I die?
Bleat softly then. The butcher hears you cry.
The tongues of mocking wenches are as keen as is the razor's edge invisible, cutting a smaller hair than may be seen. Beyond all sense of sense, so sensible seemeth their conference. Their conceits have wings, fleeter than arrows, bullets, wind, thought, swifter things.
Not 1 word more, my mates. Break off. Break off.
Farewell, mad wenches! You have simple wit. Hi! 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 Hi!
Hey! 20 years, my frozen muscles. Are these the breed of wits so wondered at?
They are, with your sweet breath puffed out.
Oh, well, liking wits they have. Gross, gross, fat.
Poverty with kingly poor flout. Will they not think you hang themselves tonight? Or ever but in vizards show their faces? This pert baroon was out of countenance quite.
Oh, they were all in lamentable cases. The king was weeping right for a good word.
And baroon hath plighted all faith to me.
Dumaine is at my service, and his sword. Not why, quoth I. My servant straight was mute.
Lord Longaville said I came o'er his heart, and trow you what he called me?
Calm, perhaps?
Yes, in good faith.
Go, sickness as thou art.
Well, better wits have worn plain statute caps. But will you hear? The king is my love sworn.
And quick Baroon hath plighted faith to me.
Lord Longaville said I was for his service born.
Dumaine is mine, sure as bark on tree.
Madam and pretty mistresses, give ear. Immediately they will again be here in their own shapes. For it cannot be they will digest this harsh indignity.
Oh, will they return?
They will, God knows, and leap for joy, though they are lame with blows. Therefore, change favors. And when they repair, blow like sweet roses in the summer air.
How blow? Speak to be understood.
Sweet ladies masked are roses in their bud. Dismasked, their damask sweet commixture blown are angels veiling clouds, or roses blown.
What perplexity! But what shall we do if they return in their own shapes to woo?
Good madam, if by me you'll be advised, let's mock them still, as well known as disguised. Let us complain to them what fools were here, disguised like Muscovites in shapeless gear, and wonder what they were, and to what end their shallow shows and prologue vilely penned, and their rough carriage so ridiculous should be presented at our tent to us.
With ladies withdraw, the gallants are at hand.
Whip to our tents as rose run on land. Oh.
Fair sir, God save you. Where's the princess?
Gone to her tent. Please it your grace, command me any service to her thither.
That she vouchsafe me audience for but one word.
I will, and so will she. I know, my lord.
This fellow pecks up wit as pigeons peas, and utters it again when God doth please. He is wit's peddler, and retails his wares at wakes and wassails, meetings, markets, fairs. This gallant pins the wenches on his sleeve. Had he been Adam, he had tempted Eve. He can carve too, and lisp. Why, this is he that kissed his hand away in courtesy. Monsieur the Nice. The ladies call him sweet. The stairs as he treads on, then kiss his feet. And consciences that will not die in debt pay him the due of honey-tongued boyette.
Blister on his sweet tongue, by my heart, that put Armado's page out of his part.
See where it comes. Behavior, what wert thou till this man showed thee, and what art thou now?
All hail, sweet madam, and fair time of day.
Fair in all hail is foul, as I conceive.
Construe my speech better, if you may.
Then wish me better. I will give you leave.
We have come to visit you, and purpose now to lead you to our court. Vouchsafe it then.
This field shall hold me, and so hold your vow. Nor God nor I delights in perjured men.
Rebuke me not for that which you provoke. The virtue of your eye must break my oath.
You nickname virtue, vice you should have spoke, for virtue's office never breaks men's troth.
Oh, you have lived in desolation here, unseen, unvisited, much to our shame.
It is not so, my lord, it is not so, I swear. We have had pastimes and pleasant games. A mess of Russians left us but of late.
Oh, madam, Russians!
It is true, my lord, I swear. Trim gallants full of courtship and of state.
Oh, madam, speak true. It is not so, my lord. My lady, in the manner of the days, in courtesy gives undeserving praise. We four, indeed, confronted were with four in Russian habit. Here they stayed an hour and talked apace, and in that hour, my lord, they did not bless us with one happy word. I dare not call them fools, but this I think. When they are thirsty, fools would fain have drink.
This jest is dry to me. My gentle sweet, your wits makes wise things foolish. Your capacity is of that nature that to your huge store wise things seem foolish and rich things but poor.
This proves you wise and rich, for in my eye...
I am a fool and full of poverty.
But that you take what doth to you belong, 'twere a fault to snatch words from my tongue.
Oh, I am yours, all that I possess.
All the fool mine!
I cannot give you less.
Which of the vizards was it that you wore?
Where? When? What vizard? Why demand you this?
Oh, then, there, that vizard, that superfluous case, that, hid the worse and showed the better face.
We are described. They will mock us downright.
Let us confess and turn it to a jest.
Amazed, my lord? Why looks your highness sad?
Oh, help, hold his brows, he'll swoon. Why look you so pale? Seasick, I think, coming from Muscovy.
Thus pour the stars down plagues for perjury. Can any face of brass hold longer out? Here stand I, lady. Dart thy skill at me. Bruise me with scorn. Confound me with a flout. Thrust thy sharp wit quite through my ignorance. Cut me to pieces with thy keen conceit, and I will wish thee nevermore to dance, nor nevermore in Russian habit wait. Oh, never will I trust to speeches penned, nor to the motion of a schoolboy's tongue, nor never come and visit to my friend, nor woo in rhyme like a blind harper's song. Taffeta phrases, silken terms precise, three-piled hyperboles, spruce affectation, figures pedantical. These summer flies have blown me full of maggot ostentation. I do forswear them. And to begin, so help me law, my love to thee is sound, sans crack or flaw.
Sans, I pray you.
Yet I have a trick of the old rage. I am sick, bear with me, I'll leave it by degrees. Soft, let us see. Right, Lord, have mercy on us, on those three. They are infected.
Oh.
In their hearts it lies. They have the plague and caught it of your eyes. These lords are visited. You are not free, for the Lord's tokens on you do I see.
No, they are free that gave these tokens to us.
Our states are forfeit. Seek not to undo us.
It is not so, for how can this be true, that you stand forfeit, being those that sue?
Peace! For I will not have to do with you.
Nor shall not, if I do as I intend.
For yourselves. My wit is at an end.
Teach us, sweet madam, for our rude transgression some fair excuse.
The fairest is confession. Were not you here, but as of now, disguised?
Madam, I was.
And were you well advised?
I was, fair madam.
And when you were here, what did you whisper in your lady's
Then more
ear?
than all the world, I did respect her.
When she shall challenge this, you will reject her.
Upon mine honor, no.
Peace, forbear. Your oath once broke, you force not to forswear.
Despise me when I break this oath of mine.
I will, and therefore keep it. Rosaline, what did the Russian whisper in your ear?
Madam, he swore that he did value me as precious eyesight, and hold me above this world, adding thereto, moreover, that he would wed me, or else die my lover.
Oh, God give thee joy! The noble lord most honorably doth uphold his word.
Means you, madam, I never swore this lady such an oath.
Oh, by heaven you did. And to confirm it plain, you gave me this. But take it, sir, again.
The princess I did give, I knew her by the jewel on her sleeve.
Pardon me, sir. This jewel did she wear, and Lord Baroon, I thank him, is my dear. What, will you have me? Or your pearl again?
Neither of either, I remit both twain. I see the trick on it. Here was a consent, knowing aforehand of our merriment, to dash it like a Christmas comedy. Some fairy tale, some please man, some slight zany, some mumble news, some trencher night, some dick, that smiles his cheeks in years and knows the trick to make my lady laugh when she's disposed, told our intents before. Which once disclosed, the ladies then did change favors, and then we, following the signs, wooed but the sign of she. Now to our perjury to add more terror, we are again forsworn in will and error. And might not you forestall our sport to make us thus untrue? You put our page out. Go, die when you will. A smock shall be your shroud. You leer upon me, do you? There's an eye wounds like a leaden sword.
Full merrily hath this brave manage this career been run.
No, lo, he is tilting straight. Peace, I have done. Welcome, pure wit, thou partest a fair fray.
Lord, sir, they would know whether the three worthies shall come in or no.
What, are there but three?
No, sir, but it is very fine for everyone. Presents 3.
And 3 times thrice is 9.
Not so, sir. No, under correction, sir. I hope it is not so. You cannot beg us, I can assure you, sir. We know what we know. I hope, sir, 3 times thrice, sir.
Is not 9?
Yeah, under correction, sir. We know we're until it doth amount.
By Jove, I always took 3 threes for 9.
Oh, Lord, sir. For pity you should get to a living by reckoning.
How much is it?
The parties themselves, the actors, sir, will show we're until it doth amount. For my own part, I am, as they say, but to perfect one man and one poor man. Pompey the Great, sir.
Art thou one of the worthies?
Please them to think me worthy of Pompey the Great. For my own part, I know not the degree of the worthy, but I am to stand for him.
Go, bid them prepare.
We will turn it finally off, sir. We will take some care.
Maroon, they will shame us. Let them not approach. We are shame-proof, my lord, and 'tis some policy to have one show worse than the king's and his company.
I say they shall not come.
Nay, good my lord, let me o'errule you now. That sport best pleases that doth least know how, where zeal strives to content, and in the contents dies the zeal of that which it presents.
A right description of our sport, my lord.
Anointed! I do implore so much dispense of thy sweet royal breath as will utter a brassen.
Serve God.
Why ask you?
Speaks not a man of God his making.
Well, that is all one, my fair sweet honey monarch. For I do protest, the school mistress is exceeding fantastical. Too fain. But we shall leave it, as they say, to Fortuna de la Guerra. I wish you most peace of mind, sweet royal compliment. Huh?
Here is likely to be a good presence of the worthies. He presents Hector of Troy. The swain, Pompey the Great. The Paris curate, Alexander. Armado's page, Hercules. The pedant, Judas Maccabeus. And if in this first show these 4 worthies thrive, these 4 will change habits and present the other 5.
There is 5 in the first show.
You are deceived, 'tis not so.
The pedant, the braggart, the hedge priest, the fool, and the boy. A bait throw at Novum and the whole world again. Cannot pick out 5 such. Take each one in his vein. Oh, the ship runs quickly, and here she runs amain.
I, Pompey, am.
Why, you are not he.
I, Pompey, am.
With leopard's head on me.
Oh, well said, old knocker. I must needs be friends with thee.
I, Pompey, am. Pompey! Surnamed the Big!
The Great.
It is great, sir. Pompey, surnamed the Great! That oft in field with targe and shield did make my foe to sweat. And traveling along this coast, I hear him come by chance.
To lay my arms before the legs of this sweet lass of France. If your ladyship had say, thanks, Pompey, I had done.
Great thanks, great Pompey.
Tis not so much worth, but I hope it was perfect. Maybe a little fault and great.
My hat to a halfpenny, Pompey proves the best worthy.
When in this world I lived, I was the world's commander. By east, west, north, south, I spread my conquering might. My scutcheon plain declares, I am Alessander!
Your nose says no, you're not, but it stands to right.
Your nose smells no in this most tender-smelling night.
Oh, the conqueror is dismayed. Proceed, good Alexander.
When in this world I lived, I was the world's commander.
Most true, 'tis right. You were so, Alexander.
Pompey the Great,
Your servant and custard.
take away the conqueror, take away Alessander.
Oh, sir, you have overthrown Alessander the Conqueror! You will be scraped out of the painted cloth for this! A conqueror and a fear to speak? Run away for shame, Alessander! A foolish, mild man, an honest man, look you, and soon dashed. He is a marvelous good neighbor, faith, and a very good bowler, but for Alessander, you see how 'tis a little overparted. But our worthies are coming. We'll speak their mind in some other sort.
Stand aside, good Pompey.
Great Hercules! Great Hercules is presented by this imp.
Club killed Cerberus, that three-headed Canis. And when he was a child, a babe, a shrimp,
Thus did he slay the serpents in his...
Cornea, he comes in this minority. Ergo I come with this apology. Ah! Stick with thy exit and
Judas I am.
Judas!
Not Iscariot, sir. Judas I am, ye clapped, Maccabeus.
Judas Maccabeus Clift is playing Judas.
A kissing traitor, how art thou proved Judas?
Judas I am.
More shame for you, Judas!
What mean you, sir?
To make Judas hang himself.
Begin, sir, you are my elder.
Well followed. Judas was hanged on an elder.
I will not be put out of countenance.
Because thou hast no face.
What is this?
Citron head.
The head of a bodkin.
A deaf face and a ring.
The face of an old Roman coin scarce seen.
St. George's half cheek and a brooch.
And an approach of lead.
Aye, and one in the cap of a tooth drawer. Our word, for we have put thee in countenance.
You have put me out of countenance.
False, we have given thee faces.
You have outfaced all three.
And thou wert a lion, we would do so.
And so would you, sweet Jude. Nay, why dost thou stay?
Oh, for the latter part of his name.
For the ass to the Jude. Give it him, Jude ass. Away.
Oh, this is not generous, not gentle, not...
A light from Monsieur Judas!
as it grows dark, you may stumble.
Alas, poor Montefias, how hath he been baited?
Hide thy head, Achilles, here comes Hector in arms. No, my marks, come home by me, I'll now be married.
But is this Hector?
Oh, his leg is far too big for Hector's.
Or calf, certainly.
No, he is best endued in the small.
This cannot be Hector.
Oh, he is a god or a painter, for he makes faces.
The omnipotent Mars of lances almighty gave Hector a gift.
A gelt, nutmeg.
A lemon. Stuck with cloves.
No, cloven.
Peace! The omnipotent Mars of lances almighty gave Hector a gift. The hair of Villian, a man so brave that certain he will fight, yea, from morn till night, out of his pavilion. I am the flower.
That mint.
That columbine.
Sweet Lord Longeville, rein thy tongue.
I must rather give it rain, for it runs against Hector.
I and Hector is a greyhound.
We warm man is dead and buried. Sweet shucks, beat no the bones of the buried. When he breathed, he was a man. But I will forward with my device.
Whoa.
Sweet Majesty, bestow on me the sense of hearing.
Speak, brave Hector. We are much delighted.
I do adore thy sweet grace's slipper.
Loves her by the foot.
He may not by the yard.
This Hector, far surmounted Hannibal. The party is gone.
Fellow Hector, she is gone. She is 2 months on her way.
What meanest thou?
Hey, unless you play the honest Trojan. The poor wench is cast away. She's quick. The child brags in her belly already. 'Tis yours.
Dost thou infaminize me in front of potentates? Thou shalt die!
Then shall Hector be whipped for Jacquinetta that is quick by him, and hanged for Pompey that is dead by him.
Great Pompey! Pompey the huge! Hector trembles!
Pompey is moved. Stir them on, stir them on.
Hector will challenge him.
By the North Pole, I do challenge thee.
I will not fight with a pole like a northern man. I'll slash. I'll do it by the sword. I prepare you. Let me borrow my arms again. Aha! I'll do it in my shirt.
Most resolute, Pompey.
Master, let me take you a buttonhole lower. Do you not see Pompey is encasing for the combat? What mean you, sir? You will lose your reputation.
The gentleman soldiers, pardon me. I will not fight in my shirt.
What reason have you for it?
The naked truth of it is, I have no shirt. I go woolward for penance.
It was enjoined to me Rome for want of linen, where, since I'll be sworn, he were none but a dishclout of Jacquinettas, that the words naced his heart for a favor.
Oh, save you! Madam! But, Mercedes, dost thou interruptest our merriment?
I'm sorry, madam, for the news I bring falls heavy in my tongue. The king, your father,
Dead? For my life?
even so, my tale is told.
Worthies, away. The scene begins to cloud.
How fares your majesty?
Boyette, prepare. I will away tonight.
Madam, not so. I do beseech you.
Prepare, I say. I thank you, gracious lords, for your kind endeavors, and entreat out of a new sad soul that you vouchsafe in your rich wisdom to excuse or hide the liberal opposition of our spirits. If over boldly we have borne ourselves in the converse of breath, your gentleness was guilty of it. Farewell, worthy lord. A heavy heart bears not a nimble tongue.
Extreme parts of time, extremely forms all causes to the purpose of his speed. And often at his very loose decides that which long process could not arbitrate. And though the morning brow of progeny forbid the smiling courtesy of love, the holy suit of which it would fain conceive, yet since love's friendship was first at foot, let not the cloud of sorrow jostle it from what it purposed. Since to wail at friends lost is not by so much wholesome profitable as to rejoice in friends but newly found.
Understand you not, my griefs are double.
For your fair sakes have we neglected time, played foul play with our oaths. Your beauty, ladies, hath much deformed us, fashioning our humors even to the opposite end of our intents. And what enough hath seemed ridiculous, as love is full of unbefitting strains, full of strange shapes, of habits, and of forms which party-coded presence of loose love suggested us to make. Therefore, ladies, our love being yours, the error that love makes is likewise yours. We to ourselves prove false by being once false, forever to be true to those things that make us both. Fair ladies, you.
We have received your letters full of love, your favors, the ambassadors of love, and in our maiden council rated them at courtesy, pleasant jest, and courtship, as bombast and as lining to the times. But more devout than this in our respects have we not been, and therefore met your loves in their own fashion, like a merriment.
Madam, our letters showed much more than jest.
So did our looks.
We did not quote them so.
Now at the latest minute of the hour, grant us your loves.
A time methinks too short to make a world without end bargain in. No, no, my lord, your grace has perjured much, full of dear guiltiness, and therefore this. If for my love, as there is no such cause, you will do aught, this shall you do for me. Your oath I will not trust, but go to some forlorn and naked hermitage, remote from all the pleasures of the world. There stay till the 12 celestial signs have brought about the annual reckoning. If this austere, insociable life change not your offer made in heat of blood, if frosts and fasts, hard lodging, and thin weeds nip not the gaudy blossoms of love, but that it bear this trial and last love, then, at the expiration of the year, come challenge me. Challenge me by these deserts and by this virgin palm now kissing thine. I will be thine. Until that instant, shut my woeful self up in a mourning house, raining the tears of lamentation for the remembrance of my father's death. If this thou do deny, let our hands part, neither entitled in the other's heart.
If this, or more than this, I would deny and flatter up these powers of mine with rest, then let the sudden hand of death close up mine eye. Hence, hermit then. My heart is in thy breast.
But what to me, my love? But what to me? A wife?
A beard, fair health and honesty. With threefold love, I wish you all these three.
Oh. Shall I say thank you, gentle wife?
Not so, my lord. A 12-month and a day, I'll mark no words that smooth-faced wooers say. Come when the king doth to my lady come. Then, if I have much love, I'll give you some.
I'll serve thee true and faithfully till then.
Yet swear not, lest ye be forsworn again.
What says Maria?
The 12 months end, I'll trade my black gown for a faithful friend.
I'll wait with patience, though. The time is long.
The like are you. Few taller are so young.
studies, my lady? Mistress, look on me. Behold the window of my heart, my eye. What humble suit attends thy answer there? Impose on me some service for thy love.
Oft have I heard of you, my lord Baroon, before I saw you. The world proclaims you for a man replete with mocks, full of comparisons and wounding flouts, which you on all estates will execute that lie within the mercy of your wit. To weed this wormwood from your fruitful brain, and therewithal to win me, if you please, without the which I am not to be won, you shall, this 12-month term, from day to day, visit this speechless sick, and still converse with groaning wretches, and your task shall be, with all the fierce endeavor of your wit, to enforce the pained impotent to smile.
To move wild laughter in the throat of death? It cannot be, it is impossible. Mirth cannot move a soul in agony.
A just prosperity lies in the ear of him that hears it, never in the tongue of him that makes it. Then if sickly ears, deafed with the clamors of their own dear groans, will hear your idle scorns, continue them, and I will have you and that fault withal. But if they will not, throw away that spirit, and I shall find you empty of that fault, right joyful of your reformation.
A 12-month? Well, befall what will befall, I'll just a 12-month in a hospital.
I, sweet my lord, and so I take my leave.
Madam, we'll see you on your way.
Our wooing doth not end like an old play. Jack hath not Jill. These ladies' courtesy might well have made our sport a comedy.
Come, sir. It want a 12-month and a day, then 'twill end.
That is too long for a play.
Sweet Majesty, vouchsafe me.
Was that not Hector?
The worthy knight of Troy.
I will kiss thy royal finger and take my leave. I am a votary. I have vowed to Jacquinetta to carry the plough these 3 years for her love. But will you hear the dialogue that the two learned ones compose in honor of the owl and the cuckoo? It was to follow at the end of our play.
Call them forth quickly. We will do so.
Hola! Approach! This side films the winter. This side fair the spring. The one maintained by the owl, the other the cuckoo. There. Begin.
When daisies pied and violets blue, and ladies' smocks all silver white, and cuckoo birds of every hue do break the meadows with delight. The cuckoo then on every tree marks married men, for thus sings he cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. Oh, word of fear, unpleasing to our married ear. When shepherds pipe on oaten dogs, and merry larks are plowmen's clocks, when turtles tread on rooks and dogs, and ladies bleach their summer smocks, the cuckoo then on every tree marks married men, for thus sings he cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. Oh, word
The coals hang by the wall, and Dick the shepherd blows his nail, and Tom brings logs into the hall, and milk comes frozen home in pail. When blood is nipped and ways be foul, when nightly sings the staring owl, to it, to a merry note, while greasy Joan doth keel the pot. When all aloud the winds doth blow, and coughing drowns the buzzing saw, and birds sit brooding in the snow, and Marian's nose looks red and raw, when roasted crabs hiss in the bowl, when nightly sings the staring owl, to it, to a merry note, while greasy Joan doth kill the pot.
The waters of Mercury are too harsh after the songs of Apollo. You, this way. We, this way.